What is good, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another review. This is not your average sneakerhead, Tony Ramsey, and today we're taking a look at the Pharrell NMD Hu in the yellow colorway. Now, before we jump into the review, if this is your first time here, please make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. We are doing a giveaway this coming up Friday, November 13th. The channel has reached 500 subscribers. We've actually just hit 600 subscribers. And to get back to you guys, I'm giving away a $50 online gift card to the sneaker store of your choice. And to be entered, all you have to do is 1, subscribe, 2, like this video, 3, leave a comment down below, and then you're entered into the giveaway. Again, thank you guys all for joining the Not Your Average Sneakerhead family, and that giveaway will be on Friday, November 13th, and I'll probably announce the results of it at some point early next week. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into some details about this sneaker. Now, Pharrell and Adidas have been releasing these NMDs since all the way back in 2016, and since that time they've released 37 different colorways of this silhouette, some with a little bit of a different outsole and others with some different colorways that probably weren't that big as a hit as the original ones, but we'll talk about more of that as we get into the sneaker. But first things first, let's take a look at the box. So the Hu NMDs come in this tan colored box right here. You do have that logo on the front that says HU in 2018. I think in 2018 was when they started to revamp a little bit of the look of the NMD. They didn't change too much about it, but they did do some little small subtle changes. And the official colorway of this one actually does not have a colorway on here. It just gives you the style code and your size. I got these in an 8.5. That is my true size. You guys can see that code right there on the box. Outside of the details and the label, you do have some Pharrell Williams branding and Adidas branding right here on each corner of the lid. That is Pharrell's label or his logo for his brand. You also have that on the other side of the lid as well. It is a flip top box, so it just flips right open. Then once you get inside, you do have some white Adidas paper with Adidas written on the paper in yellow. That's it. There is a little bit of looks like a quality control stamp, but that is it for the details of the box. Now we'll go and look at the sneakers. So this latest version of the Hu NMD is releasing in all monochromatic type of colorway. So with this one you have all bright yellow, and with that monochromatic look, even though it is in primarily yellow, it's more like of a goldish yellow, and there are some different yellow hits all over the sneaker. We'll look at some of those details now. We'll start here at the toe box. On the toe box, it is all in prime knit material, so the top of the sneaker is very stretchy. It is a one-piece upper, so it's really more like of a sock fit, and that's what's all over the upper. And you do have this writing on the toe right there. I believe that is in Hindi. I could be wrong, and I believe it says human race in Hindi. I can do some more research and get some more answers about that later on in the video. And moving on from there, the sneaker doesn't really have much structure to it because again, it's supposed to be like a sock fit. You just slide this on, but there is like a little bit of some material right here inside of the knitting that gives the toe box a little bit of shape right there. Then looking at the lateral side, you do have your classic NMD pods. You have one here at the front, one here at the end, and those are more in a true yellow, whereas the rest of the upper is in more of a mustard or a goldish yellow. Then you also have this little cage right here that is attached to each of those pods that you can lace the shoestrings up with. Looking at the lateral side of the sneaker, you only have that one little pod or little plug right here at the rear of the sneaker. You also do still have that same cage where you lace the sneakers up through. Then at the rear of the sneaker, you do have this little pull tab that does have Pharrell's logo on it. And that also, I believe, is in 3M, so it is reflective if you hit it with the flash. Sneakers also come with some contrasting yellow shoelaces. This color yellow is the same color yellow as the stitching on the top of the sneaker, as well as the caging on the side of the sneaker. And this also does have some 3M or reflective hits inside of the lining of the laces as well. Actually, when I have had another pair of these, and I have not changed out the laces ever in these sneakers. I leave them just as they are, because honestly, I never even untie them. I just slide them right on. And at the end of the laces, at the eyelets, you do have some 3 black stripes right there at the end of the laces. I'm not sure if that's for Pharrell's logo or what exactly it's for, but that is at the end of both ends of the shoelaces. They also do come with a spare set of laces. These are also reflective, and these are more in the same color tone as the prime knit of the sneak. Some more details on the upper. So even though this is all in a one-piece sock-like construction, you do have some stitching that's right along the mid foot panel of the sneaker right there. It goes all along the top of the sneaker, right where the arch of the top of your foot is. And the sock liner of the sneaker is done with black lining, and that black lining is visible all around the top of the sneaker. Then looking at the insole, it does not really have an insole, but there is some printing on the top of the insole, and I do believe there is something about that the inside of the sneaker that does give you some details about how each pressure point of your foot does impact certain parts of your body. And if you ever look inside of it, it doesn't come out. You can see that there actually is an imprint of the foot all the way into the bottom of the sneaker. So look at the outsole of the sneaker now, and this is one detail about these that I like. Other than the more recent Pharrell NMD type of releases, they had a trail type of NMD that did come out and had like a more rugged like outsole to it that had like some little bit of spikes on it to give you more traction. I prefer this flat outsole. Honestly, I think it looks better, especially from the side profile and from the bottom. They actually are a little bit more comfortable. You guys can see the traction there. And you do have some Adidas branding at the very bottom of the outsole right there. I will say I wouldn't recommend wearing these in wet or slippery conditions, because number one, the top is knit, so you'll get your feet wet. Number two, I don't think this gives you like the best traction for rain conditions, so I would only recommend rocking these if you do plan to wear them in casual warm weather. Now NMDs also do have boost technology, and boost technology has been around for quite some time now. It at one point was the most popular and most comfortable cushioning on the market. I think it's since then been caught up to by other brands, but this does still have boost technology in it, and the boost on this one is actually painted in a really faint yellow. You guys can see that all around the sneaker. I still think boost is very comfortable. I do prefer something that's a little bit more firm. This does give you more of a soft pillow type of ride. So if you do rock these looking for the type of fit, you'll be pretty happy with these. But they're pretty comfortable to wear on foot. And looking at the right sneaker, there are really no differences between the left and the right sneaker in terms of the details, except for this one doesn't have the lace bag attached to it. And the left sneaker also does come with this tag that does come on the sneaker when you receive them. Now let's talk about the fit of these Hu NMD. So I did own a pair of the Now Is Her Time version that came out in 2019. I had the black pair with the gum outsole. I got those in a size 9 because typically Adidas fit me a little bit small, so I have to always go up a half a size, and those fit me way too big in a size 9. So this year I went with a size 8.5 in these, and I think that is probably the perfect fit to go with these. So I went true to size. I still do have a little bit of room in the toe box when I rock them, but with it being more like of a sock fit, I actually think that's fine. I wouldn't want these to be too snug because they are pretty tight on your foot, and if it's too snug, it might cut off circulation for your foot, make your feet hurt after some time. So getting these true to size worked best for me. But I would always recommend, of course, trying some out if you can. They should be pretty hard to find in your area. You might have a sneaker store out your, you might have a consignment store or a resale store out in your area that does have some of these in stock, because they don't really move very well. But for whatever reason, if you aren't able to try these on, I recommend going true to size in this edition of the NMD. So last but not least, let's talk about the resale market for these sneakers. Now NMDs, these Hu NMDs Pharrells, when they first dropped, had a ton of resale value. I know they had some that were going for thousands of dollars back then, and a couple of them still hold that value. But overall, Adidas and Pharrell has saturated the market with different colorways of these NMDs. As I mentioned, they have 37 different colorways of these, and I think by them releasing so many colorways in a short period of time, that did kill the resale market for the sneakers. So if you are trying to grab these for resale purposes, I would stray away. I honestly think that you can probably grab these for under retail if you just wait like a few weeks, if you were looking to grab them and then get them for retail from the release. If you wait a little bit of time, you can probably grab these under retail because they don't really sell very well. They don't sell through, and if someone did grab them thinking they could resell them, they're probably gonna have to dump them really quickly and they'll lose money on them. So that could be your advantage. So I would not recommend grabbing the sneaker for investment purposes. It should be more strictly as a personal sneaker at this point. NMDs no longer hold the value they did, let's say 3-4 years ago. But that's it for most of the main details about this Pharrell NMD in the bright yellow colorway. Let's go ahead and get these both on feet and I'll show you guys how they look. that's going to do it for most of the major details and on foot for this Pharrell NMD in this yellow colorway. Let me know what you guys think about these down below. I know a lot of people were excited about this monochromatic look for the NMD. Personally, I was. They have some other colors too, but I think this yellow one was the one that I was drawn to the most, and I'm actually pretty glad I had grabbed them to at least get a chance to judge for myself if I was going to keep them in the collection. As I mentioned, they are pretty comfortable for a casual sneaker. With it being a sock-like sneaker, a lot of people don't like that feel. Personally, I do, and it works for me, but might not work for you. So let me know in that comment section below what you guys think about this silhouette of sneaker, this colorway. Do you guys love it? Do you guys hate it? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll respond to you guys down in the comments. Also, another coming out with a few more colorways of this monochromatic sneaker, so be on the lookout for those. I probably won't grab any additional ones of this one. I think that this one is enough for me. But if you guys did want to grab different colorways other than yellow, they should have plenty of colors of these coming in the near future. That's going to do it for my review. Again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. This has been Not Your Average Sneakerhead Tony Ramsey, and I'll catch you guys on my next review. Peace.